Hey, what's up, guys? So we're gonna go ahead and start the video with my little black knight male. He's a cross to Murphy patternless female from my obsidian project. Black knight male. So I'm gonna just be doing a general live stream where I do the cleaning and feeding just like any other day. But I just want to start with this guy because he is super cool and one of the only males that I'll be keeping for next year. He's probably one of the only males that's going to be breeding next year. Oh, yeah. He's got some nice dark tones to him. A little jumpy, but pretty cool either way. So up next is going to be the evergreen male. Who is going into shed right now. If the camera's going to focus. Yeah. Maybe just a little. If we're lucky. Wow. Whatever. So I know I haven't done a live stream in a long time. It's just been pretty crazy lately. Easter's coming up this Sunday. So gonna get ready for tons of eggs. Eggs start coming in like crazy around Easter. So, evergreen male. I always keep track of this bucket that they're in is actually the bucket for the scale. So I make it easy every time I clean, that way I can feed, clean, and weigh everybody every time that I keep track of that. I don't weigh every time. Just about once a week I will weigh, and that way I've got an air leak in my pump. There we go. That keeps me from not knowing the growth rates of my geckos. So that's that. And then of course I can keep track of how much everybody's eating, which is always really good to do. Here's a girl from my dark project. Of course, albino. GG. Going to be doing some pretty laid-back streams. Since YouTube changed, I really don't feel like doing a whole lot of crazy stuff. So that's really why I've been doing the live streams instead of all the videos that I have to edit and do all that crap, because YouTube and all really sucks lately. It would be nice if someone made some kind of forum or something where you could upload videos. Or just like a vlog website. Kind of like YouTube, but for animals. That would be really cool. That's actually something, I mean, if you guys know anything about coding or anything like that, that would be pretty cool. I know I would join it. No eggs yet from this girl, but hopefully pretty soon. Come on. And what is up with the camera? Why is it like... It's just not a good day. You know what it is it's probably the black is... Black's not dark enough for it. Here comes one of my favorite species of gecko. Turkmenicus. This is my female. She went ahead and laid a nice big egg for me. Just one. Yeah, I guess just one egg. Turkmenicus is a gecko from Turkmenistan. It's the Turkmenistan fat-tailed gecko. Turk, female. Just one egg. Just one egg. That's... So we're gonna go ahead and incubate this egg for male. Or maybe we'll shoot for female. We'll do female. I need more female Turks. And they lay like relatively gigantic eggs. So that's pretty cool. And that's all you gave me, huh? One egg. It's pretty odd, actually. The Turkmenicus are one of the only leopard gecko species known to lay 3 eggs in a clutch occasionally. It actually has been documented. Wild-caught specimens have laid 3 eggs. I think either this girl or my fascio laid 3 eggs. In like 2014 or 2015, something like that. But let's see, I should add some water to this thing. If you're just joining us, this is a Turkmenicus fat-tailed gecko. It's a completely different species from the normal leopard gecko, just like Angermanu is different and Hardwicki and Fuscus. This is its own species. So a lot of, like, the hybrids that I have come from her boyfriend is the father to a lot of the hybrids. I was actually able to successfully cross them. Okay, we had eggs today. Now we have 069 from Turk female, temp sex female. The plan is we will go ahead and breed the female Turks back to our pure Murphy project. 03, 27, 18, Turk female. So that'll be pretty fun to... Right now everything's 50% Turkmenicus. So once we breed the pure Turk Murphys, the turkey patties, then they'll be 75%. So we'll breed for turkey patties, and then we'll breed the male turkey patty to a female Turk and get a 75%. Make enough of those from the outcrossing I'm doing, and we can breed them together and get 75% Turkmenicus Murphy patties. That's the plan, but whether or not I stick with that whole thing is a whole other topic. But here is my white and yellow red striped bell. Possible het radar. I think that's what it says. Yeah. No, het radar. She's het for eclipse. So white and yellow red striped bell, het eclipse. Really nice coloring. Really cool gecko. And she'll be breeding later this year if she's ready to go, or she will breed next year. I'm not really going to push it because I've got so much going on that a bell albino project is one of the last things on my mind. But it would be pretty cool. I'm not sure what I'd breed to her. I do have the Turkmenicus male, so that probably is going to be the only thing that I'd be able to breed to her, since she is a bell albino. The only pure stuff I have is the... Well, I do have the eclipses. I'm sure I've got a pure clear-eyed eclipse. And I do have a pure Marble Eyes, but since she's het eclipse, that won't work at all. Marble Eye and Eclipse are both eye pigment genes that are unrelated, so it's kind of like the albinos where you can't really cross them. I mean, you could, but then when you get some pigment, how do you know if it's like a snake-eyed Eclipse or a Marble Eye? I mean, you'd be able to tell from the marbling, but... Come on, girl. There you go. Probably what I'll end up breeding to her is a turkey patty. And try to get some white and yellow bell, Murphy's, Eclipse. And a bell Murphy Eclipse is called a predator or a unicorn. I think it's called a predator. So adding white and yellow, it would be a totally new combo. One that has not been done before. Okay, now you are gargantuan. Do I trust you? Or do I use the spoon? I use the spoon. This is the massive super giant sun glow het raptor. He's just gigantic. I can't wait for next year. He's going to be breeding to my pure super giant female. SG sun glow male. So he's pretty cool. If I've got other stuff, I'd breed him to that also. Really, anything super giant next year, I want to breed him into. I do have the giant het clear-eyed eclipse females. Well, one now. The other one's gone. She sold a little while ago. So I do have one giant het for eclipse from the Clear-Eyed Eclipse project. So I might test to see if he's actually het raptor against her, which would, of course, I think she might be possible het tremper, so that'll also help with testing her against tremper. At least that way I know if I get a albino, then he's het. Or she's het. Sorry. So that's, you know, it's always good to test your animals. And also just coming up with new variations of your projects and outcrossing. Outcrossing is one of the most important things. Okay, buddy. You're just so big. Wow. When he climbs off of his hide and his tail just slaps on the floor. So I don't have many males left, but the few that I did keep are pretty, don't growl, pretty important. This is my Paradox Super Snow. I like him because he is a Paradox without being Eclipse. So he's got that Paradox spot, that yellow spot right here on his side, and not Eclipse. Male. So he's pretty special to me. I'm cutting back to just where I've got like my favorite geckos, and I think that's a whole lot healthier for people. I think if everybody followed that instead of just wanting to create as many animals as humanly possible, that everyone would be a whole lot happier too. I mean, that's how it got in 2014 during the Gecko Wars. Everybody was cutting back because, I mean, once you start getting mad at everybody, then it's just no fun. And a lot of people get upset because they're, you know, overburdened with all these animals. You can tell he's wanting to get back to the breeding season, but I don't think he got the memo that it's over. Oh, jeez, dude, why you gotta jump like that? This is one of those geckos that just should not be trusted. This guy, I've never been bit by him, but he definitely does not like me. And it's just since this breeding season started in November, he's been very, very aggressive. So who knows what's up with that. He's just got some problem. He attacked one of his girlfriends, so he's going to be taking next year off, actually. Yeah, you're looking at me because I said you're not going to breed next year. But the Supergiant Sunglow is going to be taking over all of that. I'm going to be crossing him to all of the Supergiant Trimper Patties, so I get I can work my way towards Supergiant Embers, because that is something that I've wanted to do for a while. I haven't had Embers for a few years. They were just a byproduct. Actually, that Max Snow Tremper that I showed a little bit ago is het for Ember. So I could actually breed her to him and get the Max Snow in with all of that. And she's this guy's daughter, so it'll be because I'm good outcrossing. Here's another Supergiant Tremper Patty. She's full of eggs. You can see them. She's a low 100s girl. The Murphy patternless really stunts the Supergiant gene, and I'm not sure why, but if you guys have been around about 20 years ago or since then, you'd know that the Murphy patternless were a very, very small animal. It was the first gene to come out. SGTPA female. She's 95 right now, which is pretty good for a female. But when the Murphy patternless came out, it was a very small animal. All of the animals, the standard for breeding was about 35 to 40 grams. And proportionately, that was fine. That was totally fine. I actually had some Afghanicus that got to 40 grams and they were too fat to lay eggs. So, you know, 35 grams can be good if you've got an animal that's only like 6 inches long. Where this girl is about probably about 10 or 11 inches. Probably more like 10. She's not a super long gecko. Ray from Designer Geckos, back when he was breeding, he had the long geckos. His geckos, he always posted on them, look at that whip tail. His geckos, some of them had tails that were just as long as their body. Like from nose to vent. Super cool. I'm going to go ahead and change my gloves. Grab somebody for you guys to look at while I'm doing this. don't be like that, girl. Whew, you can jump, can't you? This is the giant het for Eclipse from the Clear-Eyed Eclipse project that I was talking about. And she will breed to the super giant Sunglow next year. TG 1649. Yeah. So she's fairly large. Good size to her. She's from breeding my Clear-Eyed Eclipse to the pure supergiant female. So technically she would be a giant, but she's not at a giant size. But I do notice that the supergiants tend to get their next growth spurt at about 2 years. So in June, she's going to be at her 2-year mark. So that'll be fun. Oh wow, and she did lay me some eggs. Nope. That was some shed skin. Wow. What a psych right there. That would have been cool. So, hey, thanks, love leopard geckos. Come on, girl. She's a jumper. Oh, cool. You're getting a female too? Alright, so this next one is a really crazy gem snow fascio. It's probably one of my favorites as well. TG 1601. And this girl is pure gem snow with 50% fasciolatus blood. And fasciolatus is just a subspecies of leopard gecko. And she has a really cool paradox spot on her side. I don't know if she's going to show you. Well, she's got a cool paradox on both sides. You can probably see it right in there on her side. And she bred to a fascio this year. So hopefully we're going to get some 75% fasciolatus blood in our gem snows. And I really do hope that I get some gem snows because that would be really cool. Everybody likes the super lavender and light gem snows. So this is it for the video today. I'm going to keep it under 30 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.